Hello everyone, welcome again in your science class. So today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is chapter number 15, and the name of the chapter is some natural phenomena, right? So in this chapter we will discuss about some natural phenomena like lightning and earthquakes, right, which are naturally occurring, right? So, and also the measures to be taken to minimize the destructions caused by these phenomena. So, let us take a look at some important points discussed in this chapter. So, first of all, any natural occurring calamity, or we can say that any naturally occurring physical process, that is known as your natural phenomena which occurs naturally in our atmosphere, right? Two destructive natural phenomena, lightning and earthquake, we will discuss about these calamities in detail, right? Before we are going to discuss with these calamities, let us take a look upon some basic definitions. So first is your static charges, right? So static charges, so any body that can be charged by rubbing due to friction or by induction, or we can say that the electrical charges produced by rubbing are known as electrical charges. Suppose we are rubbing our hands with one another, then that means our hands after some time get charged. That's why our hands after rubbing produce some heat, because they get charged after rubbing. So that are known as your static charges. So when objects like plastics get rubbed with air, it acquires a charge. Similarly, if a glass rod gets charged when rubbed with a silk cloth, then it also gets charged, and they get charged as they gain by gaining or by losing electrons. And that is why they can attract or repel the small pieces of paper depending on the type of charge they carry. Suppose you are taking two rods, and if you are rubbing these two rods, or you can rub one rod with the silk cloth, then put some piece of papers near that rod, you can observe that these pieces of papers get attracted towards these rods, right? So what are your charged objects? That objects that carry a charge by means of rubbing or other processes are known as your charged objects. So here, when we rub this rod by a silk cloth, then that means this rod get charged by with the help of silk cloth. It means this rod can be called as a charged object. And one important thing you know very well, that always like charges means same charges repel each other, and unlike charges means opposite charges always attract each other, right? If two things, or we can say that two objects get same charge, then they repel each other, and if two objects get opposite charge after rubbing or some other processes, then they attract each other. Now here one important thing is used, that is electroscope. So what is your electroscope? A device that detect the presence of charge, that is known as your electroscope. Means the device that is used to detect the presence of charge in any object, that device is known as electroscope. And one another definition is that discharge. Here is we already discussed about charged object, and here again there is one more definition, that is discharged objects. So as we know that what are your charged objects? So similarly, the opposite of charged object means when object lost their charges by transfer, they are known as discharged objects, right? So these are some important definitions that we will use in our next topics, that is lightning and earthquake. Right. Now next topic is earthing. Earthing means the process of transferring charges from a charged object to the earth, that is known as earthing. Suppose here is object from where we can supply current, right? Here is your any electrical equipment, right? Then from the object from which we can supply current, that is connected with the help of live wire to that electrical equipment, and here a neutral wire is used to connect this, and here is your earth, and we connect this neutral wire with the earth, right? So this is earthing. So earthing is very important to protect us from the various electrical shocks, right? If earthing is not done properly, then there is a possibility of electrical shocks everywhere and our electrical equipments will be damaged, right? So this is all about your earthing, right? So this is all about your today's class. In our next class, we will discuss about lightning and earthquake in detail. Thanks. Have a great day.